I'm Robert Crowe from Leading for Purpose, and welcome to this series of governance fundamentals for not-for-profit chairs. So today I'm going to be talking about another essential area of NFP governance, non-profit governance, and that is those areas around effectiveness. Particularly today I'm going to be talking about board measurement, and I think is one of the key fundamental areas for you to be able to create a successful board. So one of the key things that I usually say to boards first is to ensure that when we're talking about measurement, that it's not just financial performance that drives you as an organisation. Now I know it can be tough as a non-profit managing finances and making sure that you are staying in a positive financial position, but it shouldn't be seen as the only area of success for you as a board particularly. So you need to sit down and think about, as a board, as a group, what are those key measures going to be? What are those other things that we want to achieve to show that we are being successful as a board? And it's not just to trumpet from to the outside world, but it's also for you as a group. How can we move forward? How can we make sure that we are being successful in what we're doing? So you need to agree on those key areas of success. Metrics should be included in board reporting, and they should be transparent. The board should openly discuss this performance. You should set time aside, whether it's half yearly, yearly, quarterly, whatever intervals you feel is appropriate, and discuss where you went well, but also being quite able as a group to delve into areas that aren't working so well. What can you do to try and improve those, and be honest about it as well? So those measurement outcomes should inform you and the board on your decisions that you need to make, and it should be part of your decision making. Those measures should also be regularly reviewed for relevance. If the organisation is changing, if you're moving through your strategic plan, if you're moving into a different area, sector, you're growing, you're shrinking, you should be looking at those for relevance. And also over time, the types of things that you measure should be changing as well, depending on how you're operating as a board. As you become more sophisticated as a board, some measures might drop off and you might pull some other measures in. I also feel that those measurements that you are applying to yourself as a board and success should be reported to your members, to key stakeholders, to the organisation. I think it should be open, and you should be willing to share those things as well. So you should have a little bit more transparency. Board evaluation, yearly or every 2 years, should be seen as a key governance tool as well. You should be doing a full evaluation. My recommendation is that everybody should be involved from the board. There should be questionnaires, and if possible, bring in someone from the outside to ensure that board members can be honest with their answers and they can contribute improvements in those areas that they feel need to be improved or need to be changed as part of the board as well. If you can, bring in an external facilitator or bring in someone who can develop those measures for you as a board. I also advocate that for you as a board, you should be taking advice from the outside. Just operating as an insular group is not good in the long run. You should be looking to the outside world and what's happening, what is best practice around boards. Bringing someone in occasionally or on a regular basis if you want to help you with that is very beneficial, and also can give you pointers on how to be more effective and efficient as a governance team as well. The other thing I also advocate is that individuals, you as an individual and all the individuals within the board should evaluate themselves. There should be a self-evaluation. Sit down and think about what are those key skills that I need to develop? I think it's really important that the board has that self-evaluation as well. There are 360-degree and peer review tools out there, and I can certainly point you in that direction. They're also a great way of making sure that you are critically looking at yourself and the way you operate as a board collectively, but also individually. So I hope these pointers have been helpful for you around thinking about that measurement for your governance team, you as a board, and I look forward to seeing you again as part of this fundamental series.